This is my review of Hollow Knight Silksong. My experience with Hollow Knight is I played it I think like 5 years ago. I enjoyed it immensely. However, the version I played was the basically final version, which was the Godmaster edition. I wasn't there at 1.0 or any other iterations before Godmaster. Let's talk about gameplay. I really enjoyed and appreciated the fact that the hitboxes seem to be very, very good. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, even kind in some places with ledges and spikes. Oh, that was very generous of the game to do that for me. Movement is very fluid. With the added ability of sprinting, it also makes death run backs and area backtracking slightly less tedious. The added ability of fighting this game serves more of a cinematic role rather than a useful one, as compared to, I guess, the original Hollow Knight. The original Hollow Knight, the horizontal flight allowed for some like area skipping and overall faster area traversal, but Silksong's flight is kind of anime, so there's that, I guess. I would say platforming in Silksong tended to be more frustrating for me, but I think that comes down to just skill issues. Fair enough. I had a real problem with the diagonal down smash. Fair enough. Perfectly between them. Fair enough. Do that. I constantly do that. I deserve to die. Deservedly so. And the ledge grabs. Some of the times I felt like I should have been able to grab a ledge. I didn't quite know where the cutoff was, but I feel like it should have been either more lenient to players or should better signal to the player at what level they're able to grab a ledge. Why didn't they grab on? No, come on. There are different movesets in the game with crests that you have to unlock. I basically just used the default crest the entire game. One, mostly just I don't know, laziness, but also just because it felt the most hornet to me. That does mean I stayed with the diagonal down smash. There are crests in the game that allow you to have a down slash pogo similar to the Knight's down slash pogo, but I personally wasn't interested in recreating or mimicking the Knight's moveset. I wanted to play as Hornet, so much to my detriment, I kept the diagonal down smash. The tools in the game are a fun addition. I'm more of a nail slut, so I kept it mostly bonking, so much so that I quite literally never used the shard bundles to replenish my tool ammo. Shard bundle. Something I will never use. But on a side note, the game does give you a lot of tool ammo, so it really encourages you to play with it a lot. And towards the end of the game, I did abuse the drill. My dislikes for the gameplay, I felt like the two worst areas in the game were the swamp area, which like it's like a meme in Dark Souls games, but like, man, fuck swamps. And that's again here as well. It's just, it feels trolly. It feels, I don't know, just I couldn't wait for it to be over. It didn't feel like good design. It just felt like a fuck you to the players basically. But that's again, that it's a skill issue, and It'll be easier ways to just navigate around it in the future. But yeah, I hated it. Whoa. What a bounce. And the second worst area for me is actually like a very specific place of an area, which was the Sherwood Mask Fragment Runback. What basically happens is that after you get the Mask Fragment, it spawns a bunch of enemies that get in your way of platforming back to get out of the area. What is bullshit? And it was actually the first time in the game that I lost by runes. Like up to that point, I had never died twice in a row and lost runes, I said. You know, lost my rosaries. And after that point, I actually just started abusing the quit option so that you would spawn back at a checkpoint. I didn't utilize it before that point, but after that, I don't know, it was such a stupid part. From that point on, I just wasn't going to engage with what I thought were lackluster platforming areas. My other dislike would have to be that I think players start off too weak. It takes a little bit too long to start feeling powerful, or at least to feel not underpowered. Obviously, that comes in with how much a player explores and does side quests, but it really didn't feel... It felt too long to get a new upgrade, and it felt like I had too little health. There's a lot of enemies in this game which double hit you very quickly. Like there aren't that many latent iframes after a hit where you're invulnerable. Constantly you're hit for 2 masks worth of health. So you can only be hit 3 times in a fight before you died. Finally! And man, I really did not like the aerial AI enemies in this game. What can I do? I guess I have to go over here. Like the dashbacks or like the automatic, I don't want to say button reading, but man, I hated the fuck out of aerial enemies in this game. Okay. That's so stupid. So dumb. This like rubber banding shit is so stupid. Dog shit. I also felt that the genre of Metroidvanias felt constraining to the game. You know, finding where to go next, everything to do with appearing on the map, like the compass, backtracking, etc. It should also be said that the genre isn't really my thing, so I do respect it for it being what it is and what it's trying to do. It's just not my cup of tea. I feel like the story setup was fast and we became a murderer pretty quickly. Farloon. Oh shit. So she was imprisoned, and then from Hollow Knight that one white flower that could get rid of the void had that same white explosion. Sounds nasty saying it like that. You know, the white explosion of white. But it has kind of the same effect. So I wonder if that fly or butterfly is from the same place as that white flower. Just kidding. JK. JK, I'm good. I'm good. Cramps. I guess that's kind of sexist. I don't know. Maybe she has a disease. Womanitis. Hello? Moss mother. She was just protecting her babies. I mean, we kind of just came in fucking guns blazing. But also, fuck your babies. Not literally, obviously. Hornet, what's wrong? Aw, she can barely jump. Come on. Up with you, up. I won't have you dying on my floor.
Spin?
And I shall seek their citadel. These veil bugs will not go to such lengths to bring me here. I intend to find out why. Oh, ferocious, intimidating. Yours is no pilgrim spirit. You're the bearing of a hunter. Hornet speaks. Ascend through the lands of the Farloom to reach the Citadel Kingdom's peak. That's our main objective.
Miro.
You bear your blade well, Hunter, and you've skill no doubt. So I don't mean any kindness, but I say you still seem a little frail.
Mio fene?
I was a long time spent captive, bound by seals strange to me. My strength is diminished, but recoverable. By the time I reach that Citadel, I'll be ready to face what waits. Alright, well. So the imprisonment is the reason why Hornet is nerfed. The lingering sickness seems to be our MacGuffin to get to for our main mission, right? And this is our maybe this is our Zote or whatever his name was. Zoot. What was the old man's name? Wait, no. Zote was the little guy. What was the elder name? Just Elder? Elderbug? Goodbye, Elderbug. So the power reset and the main quest, so to speak, all make sense to me and didn't feel like an insult to my intelligence. The characters are as adorable as ever. I can see Sharma being a fan favorite. My favorite character was Lace. How sad. Little spider has fallen from its cage. So lost, so weak. Also, having the third act be reward for completing a certain amount of content was very surprising and kind of amazing. So I have the items requested. Craft me your trap that we may see these lands free. Chubby, are you there? I felt that the bosses up until the third act were actually very kind to the player. The difficult things about them just happened to be the fact that Hornet herself was underpowered rather than any difficult mechanic or design. Fuck you. Jump catch. To me, they made exploration and platforming the toughest parts about the game. Well, until the third act. Now here is where we're going to start talking about spoilers. I like the story beats of the game. The side characters and their quests were incredibly well designed. Sherma was amazing. Seth was amazing. Chakra was amazing. And Garmin was adorable. some of the content did feel like it was afflicted by bad design, like elongating or making things feel like filler content. But for the most part, it was a lot of fun and very heartwarming stuff. Oh yeah! Second stage, second phase. Oh, thank you, sir. My favorite story beats of the game and boss fights of the game have to do with Lace. I really enjoyed the flow of her fights. I thought they were very well designed. Seth was also a really good fight as well, and the interaction with him afterwards, very bittersweet. That being said, I do ultimately feel like the game is incomplete. That is, or as I say, my experience with the Hollow Knight franchise is that of only having played the Godmaster edition. I feel like there's a lot of growth available for Silksong, and I have no doubt that future content will expand the equipment to truly make diverse builds viable and fun. The ability to complement different movesets with different equipment will be my main thing to focus on as updates and DLC are released. It is what made Elden Ring endure popularity for years, and I'm excited to see what Team Cherry would do with that concept. As far as story content, again, I'm not really a lore guy. I'm not someone who takes stories of these games too much to heart. But you know, I'm willing to play a Lace game if she becomes the next installment. I give Hollow Knight Silksong a 4 out of 5. It was great. Game took me like 30 some hours to beat, and I enjoyed 95% of the time. Dude, fuck the swamp. Fuck that mask fragment run back.
That's the thing I don't like most about this game is probably the body contact equals damage. And that and like just not nowhere to go.
But that's kind of like the whole thing about Metroidvania is. Even if I don't like it. But other than that, so many cool set pieces, enjoyable fights, enjoyable design, and yeah, can't wait to see what Team Heritage is next.
I was that close that many times. I'm garbage.